I feel like on top of the gameplay and the story stuff and all the different things that we're getting exposed to right now through these steady media releases and the marketing releases from Final Fantasy VII's Twitter account, the random trailers they've put out and things like that. One of the things that is most fascinating, and they just put a little blurb out this morning, but people have been talking about it, is the 3 different difficulty modes for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I think it's going to be really an interesting change of pace with the new dynamic, and I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But if you could subscribe to the channel, throw a like on the video, share it around, tell your folks, tell everybody about it. If you would, helps us grow. We're over 5,300 Coffmanites and strong and rising, so I appreciate all the love and support, and help us keep growing. I appreciate all the support. So 3 difficulty modes for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I wanted to talk about this today because I think if you're a grinder like me, this could be a big deal if they do what I think they're going to do with it. So it's the little tweet they put out says, in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, easy difficulty allows you to focus on the story, while normal provides a reasonable challenge. That's kind of what it was in Remake, right? But in the newly added dynamic difficulty, this is not like a hard mode. This is not a hard mode. I think you'll still unlock like a hard mode or some kind of insanity mode or something like that after you finish the game. But in the newly added dynamic difficulty, enemies grow stronger as your characters do, perfect for players who crave constant challenge. There's an easy mode, just coast through the story, blow through your levels, whatever you want to do. Normal mode, probably a little more EXP, better drops, harder enemies for sure. Now, dynamic mode, here's why I think dynamic mode has a lot of potential to be everybody's favorite mode. And this might even be the mode I start on, because if the enemies grow stronger as you grow stronger, my question is, do they release more EXP when you beat them? Do they yield more EXP? Do they yield more or better items as they grow stronger as well? So like, let's say you have like a level 10 enemy you're fighting and it drops you 60 EXP. Kill it, a group of them, whatever. But then as you level later, that level 10 enemy is now a level 15 enemy. And instead of 60 EXP, it drops like 80 or 85 EXP. Look, dynamic mode could be a grinder's dream. And when you get into the crafting and synthesis of new armor and new weapons and things like that, and upgrades for your different armor and weapons, that's another thing we're going to talk about in another video later today. I really think there's a lot of potential for the dynamic mode to be the favored mode, because you could get like more of an item, different synthesis materials, or even potions and stuff to craft not only armor and weapons but potions and things like that. Let's say an enemy dropped 2 or 3 of like pieces of mithril, you know, a few levels up, maybe they drop 4 or 5, or maybe they drop like the next metal up or the next synthesis item up. One of the things dynamic mode I think will really be cool with is your special hunts, special enemy hunts that you go on, the job board listings and things. I think it'll make that aspect of the game much better. And plus, they haven't confirmed it, but I still have a hunch that we are going to have Shinra raid parties, Shinra shock troops, hunting the party throughout the game as you explore through the game. Kind of like in 15, the drop ships, you know, of enemies, which I thought was one of the cool parts of 15. They got repetitive, but I really feel like Shinra could have these drop ships out looking for the party. That, with the hunts and the special missions, I think that could really set dynamic mode up to be something special. Here's the other thing about the possibility of dynamic mode helping with all that kind of stuff. If you play in dynamic mode, could it have an effect on the things that you actually find out in the world? Since the game is naturally a little bit harder, a little more challenging, will it yield Like when you find potions in a chest, will it be like a higher grade potion, or will it be a lower grade potion? Will it try to make it harder on you? Will it really try and challenging you to be the best player of the game possible? Like really challenging you to get into synthesis mode, not just buying potions and finding things, but really challenging you to use all aspects of the game in dynamic mode. I think that could be what we're looking at. And again, I don't look at it as like a hard mode. I look at it as more of a precursor to a hard mode, because I think the hard mode for this game is going to be very hard. Hard mode in Remake was not too hard. It wasn't. It was harder, but it wasn't too hard. Because when I went through it in hard mode, I actually had everybody crazy leveled out at that point. But dynamic mode seems like a very, very cool change of pace. It has the potential to make you exercise all the options that are available to you. And I hope that if that's what it does, then it could, and again, they haven't confirmed any of this, but this is me just saying, hey, if it makes your enemies gradually stronger with you, then maybe the game, more than that in the game, changes with it. So, challenging you to be a better item crafter, a better weapon and armor crafter, really good with your materia, really good with your MP, really challenging you to get the most out of the framework of the gameplay that they're setting up, and getting the most out of your synergy attacks, which are going to be your powerful attacks, getting the most out of your limit attacks to take out just all these random enemies, but especially when you go on the hunts for the more challenging enemies. We've seen a little bit of that in the gameplay that people have shown. We've seen it go, the Quetzalcoatl, we saw that, and if I butchered the pronunciation on that, I'll just have to live with that. Apologies. We've seen some of the rare hunts and some of the conditions, like some of the monsters only appear in conditions. We've seen one instance of that in the gameplay. Those enemies are going to be much harder and much more challenging, and hopefully the rewards will be much more rewarding for playing that in dynamic mode. I don't have any interest in playing this game in easy mode, to be honest with you. Normal mode seems like it could still be kind of pedestrian but challenging, but dynamic mode seems like that will be the route I go. But post your comments, let me know. Are you going easy, normal, dynamic? Are you hoping for like an insanely hard mode after the game is beaten? Let me know what you all think. There are no right or wrong answers, so let it be known. What do you all think? What do you all think about my ideas? More EXP, the harder enemies get. Because look, that could be, like you all know, I love to grind. I love the grind. I love sitting in one place for 2 or 3 hours on a map and just getting stronger and stronger, and then just blowing the doors off of bosses. Like, that is very rewarding to me. So anyway, post your comments. Let me know what y'all think about all that. Got more content coming today. We got a live stream coming tonight. Live stream schedule is going to be up around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. And until then, you'll have a great day. Be safe. Be good to each other. Keep rocking. I will see you all later today. Take care. I want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members and supporters. If you would like to support the future creation of content on this channel, get some few extra perks and some art sent to your door every month, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Details and links are in the video description.